Hello, guys. I think I may have encountered a ghost experience. It's like a weird thing for me to say. If you know the stuff that I make, the kind of videos that I make, it's not this. I don't deal with supernatural stuff or horror things, or I play video games and I draw pictures on my channel. But I'm on a business trip in a hotel in I'm in Columbus, Ohio now, and I have encountered a very strange series of occurrences in my room. So I'm gonna sort of detail these for you, um, and the best I can. And I'm sort of running out of battery on this GoPro here for reasons you'll find out later. I'll do my best. So I'm on a business trip. I was in Detroit, and we were driving up to here. We drove up to here. It was like 4 hours into Columbus, Ohio. I dropped my stuff in the room at maybe 8 o'clock after I checked in for like a minute, changed, went to dinner, whatever. Got back 11 something, let's say, at night. Got back to the room, sitting around, getting ready to go to bed. And there's this it's like a horrible, a screeching sound. It actually just sent a chill down my spine to even think about it. It was really a terrible sound, but it's like maybe there's somebody out there, kids playing or something. I don't know who the hell makes a sound like this, but it's a hotel. There's weird sounds. People are walking past the rooms. Even to think about somebody walking past the room making this sound is like, I don't like to think about that. But you put it off. You don't really think about it. Fast forward, it's like an hour later. It's like 12 something, and I'm getting ready to go to sleep, and I sort of nod off, and the sound comes back. It happens again, and I want to make sure it's clear that this is very loud. It's like as if the sound is coming from right outside my door. I'm a heavy sleeper. I've slept through a hurricane, like an earthquake, literally. I'll sleep through my alarms. Very heavy sleeper. This woke me up, like wrenched me out of sleep. It is blood curdling of a screech. I would call it more of a screech. And I'm freaked out now. I am concerned. I send a text to the person who is also one of the people who's also on this business trip with me. They're in a room nearby. And I say, it's like who the heck is screeching outside our door? Ha ha. It's like a dumb, like making a joke out of it. But I'm actually kind of freaked out at this point. Don't hear anything back from them. Everybody else on this trip besides me has to wake up a lot earlier, so they're out. They're getting ready to wake up in like a few hours. So I figure, okay, he just didn't even hear it. He didn't wake up. Whatever. I will mention he is in the room right next to me, so I can tell the direction of the sound is not coming from the adjoining, door or whatever. It is coming from the outside of the front door of the room. So it's not like a practical joke or whatever. This person making a screech from his room. I don't know why he would do that anyway, but it's coming from outside the room. I am freaked out by now. It's twice this has happened, and I gotta hurry up with the story because this GoPro battery is running out. But twice this has happened. I decide that I'm going to do something about it. So I'm like pissed off. Like, who's this kid or I want to hope it's a kid who's coming down to this floor, or is he like going on the elevator and going to every floor and screeching or what? it sounds like it has to be somebody's like practiced scream, like they're a vocally trained person. It's prolonged and piercing. But anyway, so I take off my like pajama pants and I put on my regular pants with my hotel key in it in case I walk out of the room. Put on my socks, I'm like ready to go. Slip the socks. I'm ready to like slip the socks in the shoes and run out the door when I hear the sound again. So, I'm sitting around reading a book. Just as I'm starting to doze off, it happens again, and I run to the door. I don't think I even put my shoes on. I just went to the door, whoom, opened it up, looked left, looked right. There's nobody near the door. And this is a very loud noise that you can you can tell when there's a noise that's coming from nearby. There's nobody there. I see people all the way down the hall, adults, not kids, who are just like going into a room or something, and I'm like freaked out, and I was kind of groggy, and I like yell over to them like, "Was that you?" And they're like, "What?" And I say like, "Did you hear that noise?" And they're like, "No." They say no, and I was like, "Okay," and I walk back in the room. Now at this point, I'm getting kind of freaked out because the noise is very loud. Okay, if they could hear me, sort of calling across to them in this room, they can definitely hear this noise, which is like actively screaming. And especially the person who I know, who is on this trip, I know he's in the room right next to me. He is not waking up. He hasn't answered the text even now. How is nobody hearing this noise except me? At this point, 3 times I've heard this. I call the front desk. I say, I don't even know what to say. I know this is going to sound really weird, but every like hour or so, I keep hearing this like horrible shrieking sound. Is there any way, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep if it keeps happening. So like it keeps waking me up. Is there any way I could get another room? They say, of course, no. The entire hotel, I'm sorry, but the entire hotel is booked. We can't get you another room. Maybe if you ask at the front desk tomorrow morning, we can get you one, but I can't do anything tonight. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. And I just ask, like, hasn't anybody else sort of like reported this or like called it in? Has nobody else complained about this noise? And they say, no, we haven't heard anything else about this. And now I'm getting really weirded out because like it is really I don't know how to really explain like audio, you know what I mean? But like just I'm in the bed, which is not like next to the door, and from there it is very loud. I guess the best example is that I have slept through all these things and it woke me up. And it woke me up twice at that point. So it's really loud. How is nobody else hearing this? The person I know is in the room next to me has not heard it. Those people who were in the hallway, unobstructed, there's no walls between them and the noise, didn't hear it. And nobody else on the floor has complained about it. So now I'm really getting freaked out. And now I start to turn to my video guy skills. Because as anybody who's been watching this channel knows, I went on a recent trip to Greece. I brought a streaming backpack with me. And since I built that streaming backpack, I've been bringing it on all my business trips just in case I go anywhere interesting. And so I had a GoPro. So, because I originally I was like trying to hold my phone and like take a video of the door, and I was like, this is gonna waste all my phone's space, and I'm just gonna look away right as soon as the thing happens. So I set a GoPro right on the TV stand, looking at the door. It's got enough battery, it's got enough card space, it's ready to go. It can see whatever happens, it can hear whatever happens. And I have my phone with the video thing open, ready to start recording as soon as I hear the noise. Sit there, read a comic book, just like sitting, waiting. And it happens again. The thing happens again. Grab my phone, run out the door. Nobody's there. I look left and right. Nobody's there, of course, again. But this time, I have video evidence. So I will play for you now the GoPro footage that I recorded. You can sort of decide for yourself what you think this is. Take a look, turn your speakers up, and take a listen. Okay, so you've heard it, you've seen it. Now, just before I go on, I will also play for you the iPhone clip that I recorded. So you got to remember that I hit the go button as soon as I heard the noise. So it starts sort of like as the noise is already happening, but you can clearly hear it, and I'm pretty sure that as I get close to the door, you'll hear it getting a lot louder as well. So you'll get more of an impression of the sort of like how loud this thing really is. So here you go. Okay, I keep looking behind me. I'm a scaredy cat in general. I don't even watch horror movies or play horror games or whatever. I'm not the person for this to happen to. But anyway, you can decide for yourself what the heck that sound was. But just to cap this story off, I'm sitting here with video evidence of this thing, noise, being that is making a sound. And I'm just like, okay, the guy at the front desk, he was concerned that I was like bothered by a noise, but he was, talking about like maintenance and this and that, and I just wanted to bring the thing down to him, so I went down with my GoPro in hand, bring the thing to the front desk. Hey, I called before. Hey, it's like 2:30 a.m. by this point, so nobody else is down there. It's me and the guy. And I'm like, hey, if you want to see, I actually took a video of what the sound is. And, what else is he going to do? He's like, yeah. And so, we're sitting on two sides of the front desk, and I play for him the video. And anybody who has a GoPro, this is the Hero 8. So you kind of like, it's got a really small, like, little scrub bar. And it was like 14 minutes of video that I was scrubbing through. So we had to sit there. We're looking at this, like, minute of just blank, looking at the hotel room unmoving, and we're kind of like moving in because we don't know how loud the playback audio is going to be on the GoPro speakers. So we're like moving in to hear, like, is it happening? And like, whoo, like it's very loud. It turns out the GoPro speakers are very loud. So, it clearly is audible, and you guys can hear it's audible. But what was really interesting, and the guy, to his credit, he snapped out of this really fast, but there was a moment, because we were on both sides of the desk, so I could see the guy. And there was a moment where, despite all of the, like, maintenance trouble, I'll get the maintenance guy to come down and take a look at it later, and, we'll call it, him having said that before, in this moment, when the sound starts playing, you could see, a chill goes down his spine. Like, he's freaked out for a second. And I was glad to see that it wasn't just me who had this primal reaction to the noise. So, I had to hear this thing in person 4 separate times. You guys have heard it once, or well, twice now, I guess, and however many times if you played it back. You let me know if you had the same kind of reaction. I don't know if maybe you have a more level head than I do, but I was freaked out. So at that point, I was like, I'm just gonna stay up, even if I wasn't scared, I wouldn't be able to go to sleep because it'd be like a Battlestar Galactica type scenario where I'm waking up every 40 minutes or whatever because of this stupid thing, whatever it is. Not to mention that I might be getting visited by a being in the middle of the night. Who knows? So Oh my God, the battery's gonna die here. So I'm ready to stay up. I'm sitting in the front lobby just doing work. What else am I gonna do? And the guy finally feels so bad for me that he's sort of like, I think he pulls like some strings or something and gets me another room. So that's where I'm filming this from. I, have been sitting here for a while. It is now 3:57 a.m. And no sounds so far. I've actually recorded. The reason the GoPro battery is about to die is because this is the second time I'm recording this video, not from like a take two perspective, but actually because the first time the microphone didn't work. This microphone, which I was using the whole trip in Greece and at the other streams that I did after I got back from Greece, decided this time not to work, and the whole video was muted. And that was another moment that, besides it being an annoying technical failure, I really just started getting a chill. Like, does something not want me to, sort of like tell this story? So I'm sort of still pretty freaked out at the moment, and I don't know. I'm not like a ghost hunter guy. Or I don't like seek out supernatural videos or stories or whatever. But this was something that freaked me out. Whatever it ended up being, I actually I'm gonna send a video of it. The guy asked me to send a video of it to his like email so he could show the maintenance person, and if they figure out what this is, I would really like to know. I'm gonna ask him to let me know if they find out. But as of now, I'm kind of freaked out. I don't even know if I'm gonna sleep now anyway, even though I'm in a different room. So you guys let me know what you think it is. I'll play it again here at the end, just so you can hear it again. And I've been on a lot of business trips, but this one is gonna be one for the books. So I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy. Take two, or time two of seeing this phenomenon occur.